Welcome back to another episode, GW. I'm David Vargas, and this is GWeek from home. More details on the gunman in the Boulder, Colorado shooting have been discovered. The gunman, Ahmad al-Awali Alisa, who killed 10 people on March 22nd, is being called paranoid, according to his brother. His brother said that the gunman's paranoia stemmed from high school where he was bullied for being Muslim. Other sources have also backed the paranoia and added that the gunman was very antisocial. As COVID-19 vaccines become more available across the country and right here in the district, reporter Aleena Fayaz took a look at how GW is planning to distribute their vaccines and how students are getting their shots. Aleena?
At this stage in the vaccination rollout plan, approximately 127 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered nationwide, with 44.9 million people fully vaccinated according to information published by Our World in Data. In Washington, D.C. alone, there have been 307,000 doses given, and 74,461 people have been fully vaccinated in the district. As stated by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines are both two-dose series, with Pfizer having a 21-day separation in between and Moderna having a 28-day separation. The Janssen or Johnson & Johnson vaccine is administered as a single dose only. As stated on the George Washington University School of Medicine and Health Science website, GW is currently following the District of Columbia and DC health distribution guidelines, which requires the university's COVID-19 vaccines go to DC residents only. GW is offering vaccination to eligible patients, which includes those who are DC residents ages 65 and older, and DC residents who are 16 to 64 with a qualifying medical condition. The district is currently in the Phase 1C Tier 1 vaccine distribution process. GW is currently notifying eligible patients and individuals by email and/or phone or text on a rolling basis, based on appointment availability. They've also established a call center for MFA patients who have been invited for vaccination so that they can make a call or an appointment if they're unable to access the web resources available. GW also wants students to be aware they should not wait for a university-wide initiative to provide one with the vaccine, as it's currently uncertain when the vaccine can be made available to the broader GW community. The good news is that many GW students, both on and off campus, have become eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. I spoke with sophomore Lizzie Merritt, who recently received her first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
So I always knew that I really wanted the vaccine just as soon as it came out. I was really passionate about getting on the list, making it happen as soon as possible, especially because I knew it would have a really big impact on my life, specifically because I have 2 underlying conditions. So just feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm not going to wake up and this could be the day that I die, was a real relief.
When students eventually get the vaccine, it's essential to be prepared so everything goes smoothly. Remember to wear a mask and follow the guidelines at the vaccination center. Also, have all necessary documents ready to ensure you can get vaccinated at your appointment time. Students should bring a form of federal identification, their insurance card, and proof of their DC residency. Stay safe and good luck with the vaccine, GW.
Thanks, Aleena. Heavy rains in Nashville have claimed the lives of over 4 residents, with an additional 130 needing to be rescued. Parts of Nashville have seen 7 inches of rain in just 2 days, the second highest on record. Some of the outer suburbs have reported dangerous flash floods that have swept cars from the streets. Local officials are urging residents to stay inside and only leave the house for emergencies. With GW Student Association elections, here's our Student Association Correspondent Marisol Cabrera with some updates. Marisol?
On Thursday, March 25th, the Joint Elections Committee held a debate for this year's vice presidential and presidential candidates. Kate Carpenter and Sophia Packer kicked off the event promoting their campaigns for VP. In her opening statement, Carpenter said the claims that she is the establishment candidate are, quote, far from the truth, and that she's used her time as a senator to view the essay with a critical lens. Packer used her opening statement to stress her commitment to inclusion and highlight her experience fighting for change from the outside. Later on in the debate, the two clashed on the question of improving faculty diversity. While both support cluster hiring, Packer, who spoke about her previous work on this issue, questioned Carpenter's commitment, saying, quote, "Here experience does really speak to our priorities." Carpenter responded that the insinuation her platform points are just platform points is, quote, unfair. The presidential debate covered candidates Brandon Hill, Hannah Edwards, Charles Oborzad, and Christian Zidouemba. Presidential incumbent Hale stressed he would be the best advocate for students, especially of low income and minority, due to his electoral and personal experience. And as current president, he brings valuable connections and preparation. Edwards, who serves as VP of Diversity and Inclusion, spoke on her commitment to creating an inclusive community at GW through hosting events such as a Men and Women of Color Conference, which would invite DC public school students of color to GW. Aborzad, who holds office as University at-Large Senator, highlighted the need for reform after a year of online learning, and spoke on his plan for a student organization stimulus package he'd call Aborzade. Zidowemba, who previously ran for president last year, also spoke on the need for SA reform and proposed using SA funds to create a scholarship targeted at first-generation students to promote inclusion. Students can vote for their preferred candidate through ranked choice voting March 30th to March 31st online through GW Engage. For GWeek, I'm Marisol Cabrera.
Thanks, Marisol. Earlier this week, a container ship managed to lodge itself in the side of the Suez Canal, completely blocking the canal from any further use. Experts are working around the clock to unlodge the ship as the Suez Canal sees roughly 10% of global trades. While there are two other shipping routes to Europe from China, one of them being going around Africa, ships are aimlessly waiting for the canal to reopen. It is estimated that each day the ship is traffic jamming the canal, nearly $9.6 billion is lost. That's all we have for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to check us out at gw-tv.com or on Instagram at GWeek News. Have a great day.